if you had a courageous conversation with yourself? What if you talked to yourself positively? How do you think you'd feel at the end of that conversation? Hey, it's Lenny Wennerstrom. I am a self-talk trainer, a life coach, and definitely a spiritual guide and mentor. It's one of my favorite things to talk about is spirituality, along with neuroplasticity and your ability to rewire your brain. So let's talk about courageous conversations. What do you think would happen if you said, I am worthy. I am, rather than just affirmations, having an affirmation that I am worthy to receive and I can do anything I put my mind to, and all the affirmations that so many of us have really worked hard to use for ourselves so that we can raise our self-esteem and tell ourselves we can do it. Like, I can make all the money I want. I'm going to have $1 million by, and I am worthy to receive. Money flows to me easily, and there's so many. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly, which I love. And these are also statements that we're making, these affirmations. Yet how, at the end of the day, when you lay your head on the pillow, if you were having a conversation with yourself and you're being very courageous and that you are being very vulnerable to yourself, saying, is that working for me? Do I really believe that money comes to me easily and effortlessly? Do I really believe that, or do I just want to believe that? Do I believe that in my heart? And do I believe in my heart that I'm worthy to find the relationship when I haven't had a good relationship, or I had one, but I just can't seem to find them now? Do I really believe that I can really heal myself of this dis-ease, right? Not a disease, but dis-ease in your body. When you go to bed at night, or when you're quiet and you're there with yourself, what do you believe? Do you believe that the affirmations that you tell yourself when you read them on the mirror or wherever you have them? Or deep down inside, you don't believe them? And I would say that depending on your programs, let's move into the science here. Depending on your programs, you believe or you don't believe. Your programs are telling you what you believe, because your programs create your beliefs, and your beliefs create your attitudes create your emotions or feelings around whatever that is, and those emotions create your behaviors, your actions, and those actions create your results, the outcome, whatever it is. So if your programs in the very beginning are telling you that you are not worthy, then no matter how many affirmations that say, I am worthy to receive, and whatever it is, money flows to me easily and effortlessly, just whatever the affirmation is, if you don't believe that up here in your brain, in your conscious mind and in your subconscious mind, if the programs aren't there to support it, you're never going to believe it. No matter how many times you see that affirmation, if you are repeating, you'll start to believe. But I mean, literally repeating, and you're listening to it going in, and someone is telling you, you are telling yourself what you say when you talk to yourself, so importante. Then you're going to change the program. Then you're going to rewire your brain. That's neuroplasticity. You were born with unlimited promise and potential. And then you got programmed. And you got programmed by well-meaning peeparoos, your parents, your teachers, your spiritual leaders, your peers, your siblings. And they were programmed. And when you understand how very powerful you are, how very powerful your brain is, and that you can change those programs, then life gets a little brighter, doesn't it? If you've been following me for a while, you know it does. So the more that you change your self-talk from negative to positive, from I can versus I can't, what can be done versus what can't be done, the better life you're going to have. Because that you're going to be vibrating at that frequency, and you're going to be putting out this electrical signal from your brain, your thoughts, your thinking, all of that going out, and then coming back to the heart and to the feelings, which are the magnetic part. So your electrical magnetic field around you, I'm doing around me, but around you, you can create a very strong electrical magnetic field that says, I can, watch me. And you'll believe it, so you'll do it. So that having courageous conversations with yourself to know exactly what you really believe and the programs you want to change. And you won't know all of them. Those 95% in your subconscious mind, you will probably never, ever know what they are. You were from, 0 to 7 or something, even younger than that. But it goes all the way. The more that things are programmed into our brains. I am not a neuroscientist. I don't have all the training for that. And yet I have read and I have worked on myself and my clients, my family members who are doing this self-talk, the self-talk language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created. It's a game changer. It is a game changer to rewire the brain. So the sooner you get started rewiring your brain with programs that you want, programs that help you have a healthy self-esteem. And what Shad Helmstetter created is a language that is all, the foundation of it is all self-esteem. It's really beautiful. So let's read a passage today. I like to read a passage from Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk. Let's read the passage, and then let me explain a little bit about this. This goes right into these courageous conversations and talking to yourself positively. All of these are positive self-talk. They're phrases to the brain that tells the brain exactly, specifically what it's to do. So watch or listen to this. Watch this. Watch my words as they electrically go out. I don't need someone to give me my success or to do it for me. All I need is a dream I believe in, a goal to achieve, the enthusiasm to give it life, the decision to take action, and the determination to make it happen. And I will create my success from my dream. Let's spin it around. Let's have that super coach talk to you right now. And here it is. You don't need someone to give you success or to do it for you. All you need is a dream you believe in, a goal to achieve it, the enthusiasm to give it life, the decision to take action, and the determination to make it happen, and you will create the success from your dream. Got it? You will create the success from your dream because you were courageous enough to have a courageous conversation with yourself and speak to yourself positively and really take it to the next level of rewiring your brain with programs that serve you, not that take from you. So I hope that's helpful. I love you very, very mucho. You are going to have an amazing life, especially when you understand just how very powerful you are and how you can change from within. You can change yourself, and then you can change the world. So start with yourself. Start with your self-talk. Then move into your spirituality, into whatever it is you want to do. Because once you have your self-talk down into positive of what you can do versus what you can't do, and how it can be done versus how it can't be done, you will be a different person. You will have high self-esteem, a very healthy self-esteem. More importantly, you'll know you can do anything that you put your mind to. So if you already knew in your heart, like if you had the program that said, I can do anything, that can be done. You've seen people like that. And you're probably amazed by them. They say they can do it and then they do it. and or they're just so brave. They just go and they go do something that you would never do. You'd have to really think about it and then think, can I get on stage and speak? Or that's one that so many people can identify with, like getting in front of people on the stage and speaking. Well, it's all here. It's all, the fear comes from within and from a lack of self-esteem. Will they like me? Needing to be affirmed, and needing to be liked by others, and thinking about what others are thinking about you, and what you look like, and all of that. How many times have I come on camera and I've got, I don't know, my makeup is coming down here, and I've got who knows what on my face, or and the thing is, you get to a point to where you just do your very best. When you change your programs, you just do your very best, knowing you're giving and you're not real concerned about what others are thinking. You just come because you believe in your message and you want to share. So you're on that stage, not because, well, how do I look? And it's scary and all these people and I have to picture them in their underwear, or, or I'll be so afraid. It's more to focus on the people and what are they going to get out of this? And what's your message? And how is it going to impact them and change their lives? And when you take the focus off of you, which is what your self-talk does, because you become so self-confident and you believe, you trust yourself, you believe in yourself. That's what self-talk does, positive self-talk, to change those programs. And once you do that, then it's so much easier to put your focus on those people in front of you and on your message, and just think, man, they all came here to hear what I had to say, because it will impact their lives. It will help them to have a better life. Boy, that feels good. That message, I'm going to be so clear when I deliver that message. That is a whole different you in the future, not being afraid to stand on stage and speak, because it's not about you. It's not about what you look like, or if you have mascara running down your face or something, and and you say, oh well, it's organic, it's clean. So at least I'm not toxic. You know, this being, having courageous conversations with yourself is a real benefit, because the more that you really start talking to yourself in a very positive way, a way that you feel good about yourself. And when you start changing your, yesterday I talked about the science between or behind the internal and external motivator. Like, what is that? And this whole thing of like coming from within, that neuroscience, that the brain, and this is the third dimensional world. I'm a spiritual guide and mentor. That's the self-talk. Yes, I'm a self-talk trainer, certified by Dr. Shad Helmstetter, certified by Dr. Shad Helmstetter from the Life Coaching Institute to be a life coach. And the spiritual, one thing that I recognize is, if I could help you to change your self-talk from negative to positive, when that book literally leapt into my hands, and it did, off the bookshelf, I say it fell, but it kind of took a little step back and then fell into my hands when I was putting it on the bookshelf. And the book I'm talking about is What You Say When You Talk to Yourself by Dr. Shad Helmstetter. And I had that since the 80s. And I had read it, but I hadn't done anything with it. I must have loved it, because that's the kind of stuff that I loved, and I kept it. It's just a little paperback, all crumbling up. But that book, when I saw that, I said, this is the way to help people to believe in themselves, to trust in their decisions, in themselves, in what they want, to trust, to have self-confidence, to have self-esteem. This was a book for me to get the self-talk language and start listening to it myself, so I could have that. I wanted to change myself first so that I could offer that to the world. And I knew through my spiritual work of everything that I had learned and what I had put together, what I had first was practical spirituality, and it was the spiritual journey. And then I added the human experience. And before that, I had added the internal and external motivator, which I just included into the human experience because it's neuroplasticity and what you say when you talk to yourself and all of that. And that I knew would take you to places if you were willing to change your self-talk. If you saw how easy it was to do it, then you would have self-confidence, a wonderful, healthy self-esteem. You would believe in yourself. You would trust yourself. You would trust your decisions. You would trust you would trust yourself in relationships. You would have self-confidence. You would have a healthy self-esteem. And that would flow through every area of your life. Because what is it? How do we hold ourselves? Like in that, how do we estimate ourselves? How do we look at ourselves? And that's where we come from. We come from our programs. And remember what I said, the programs create your beliefs. So what do you believe about yourself? Change your programs, change your belief that you can do it versus you can't. What can be done versus what can't be done. Open your mind. What is available? What possibilities exist? All possibilities exist. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed the passage today. I love you very mucho. I'm very excited for your future because if you start self-talk, and I always have it in the description, you can always get 30 days free. That is such a wonderful program. And if you'd like to work with me, if you'd like me, if you liked me, I'd love for you, speaking of that, I'd love for you to share this video if you find it of value, of interest. And I'd love for you to subscribe. And I would love for you that if you would like to work with me, you can look in the description and you can find all the information about me. And also if you'd like to sign up for my newsletter. So that's the story. I love you very, very mucho. You can do it. I believe in you. And as always, shining my light to brighten yours. And we'll chat soon. Ciao.